Yes, people. We are back live. We are back live on the Sarcasm City TV YouTube for another ManDem United podcast, unscheduled one because, as we've seen, well, you lot have seen. I don't even know where to start. Embarrassing defeat to Copenhagen for Manchester United in the Champions League. Absolutely embarrassing. Manchester United lose 4-3. People 4-3 away in Denmark, and so much went on. There's so much to discuss. Anyone who's seen the watch along. No, my head was hot. My head's still hot now. I have calmed down a little bit, but it's still absolutely outrageous that's went on. It was so crazy, I forgot to even put my hoodie on. Absolutely nuts. Bear with me 1 second, people. I actually forgot to put my hoodie back on. So here we are. This is how unorganized I am. Oh, yeah, Nero, I got you. Of course, I'll mod you on that account. Of course. I didn't know you had 2 accounts. I didn't know you had 2 accounts. But before I get into United's embarrassing defeat to Copenhagen, 4-3 loss, and everything that went on, make sure you keep all your comments. Actually, forget all that. Hit the like button. That's where I was going. See, people. The start to this show is like Manchester United's performance all over the goddamn place. So let me clarify. Make sure you bump up the likes first and foremost as soon as you land, whether you're watching this live right now or watching this back. Start laughing. I just seen troops in the comment section. That's why I started laughing. Big up my done troops, man. Hey, you know what? I made it. You know why I made it? Because people I'm fans of, yeah, I work with them and they're in my comment section trolling me. This is beautiful. I'll say, people always say, oh, why are you so happy? Because legit, I'm a fan first. Big up troops, even though, yeah, laughing is out. I'm so glad I can't hear him. Thank fuck for that. But yeah, bump up the likes. Make sure you bump up the likes. Share this across all socials, including you troops. You know what I'm saying? Since you're here laughing, make sure you retweet from your account, please, on Twitter. Thank you very much. Everybody else as well, make sure you share this across all the socials. And on top of those 2 things, subscribe to the channel, Sarcasm City TV as well. Keep all your comments and questions Manchester United related. Like Cam said, this is going to be one for the ages. Nero, I have modded you as well. Don't forget, link for the membership is in the pinned comment. Where to start with the game? Haldane, this no. Haldane, you're my guy. No. This is not what we're doing, because he said, this ain't on Ten Hag today, man. I'm truly convinced today Sir Alex Lefty cursed us with laughing emojis. And you're my guy, and me and you have had back and forths in regards to Manchester United. This ain't on no curse. The players are not good enough. The manager's not good enough. That's where this stems from. Who do I blame more today? The players. But it doesn't mean the manager's blameless, because he just added onto it as well. When the players are out there suffering, the manager just didn't change it around. Why are certain people still playing? Right, so for those that don't know, I see the numbers jumping up. Look at all you crooks in the chat. This is outrageous. Absolutely outrageous. I will get to all the questions I can. Like I said, so much went on. I don't even know where to even start. Yeah. You already know Nero, man. Big up to you, Nero, man. Warrior J, I'm starring some of the comments you've made in regards to stuff that Ten Hag said, or in Hargreaves said as well. Stephen, I'll get to that super chat as well. Let me get to it. Told you in our first convo we'd be out of Europe. Big up for the super chat. I don't think that's a surprise. If anyone's watched Manchester United, is anyone shocked that we're out of Europe? When I said we could lose this game, I meant that. Did I predict us to win? Yes, but I predict Manchester United to win every game because I'm a Manchester United fan. But I'm letting you lot know that when I say that. So don't go running around saying that with confidence. Definitely don't put money on it, etc., etc. See, we even got Chelsea fans, big up to Casually FC, love to Marshall every single time saying condolences, and them man a 10th. That's how bad we are. Like, that's just legit. I did make sure you check it out on Sarcasm City TV game in a Granford GTA stream with Victor and Surfer, and even Saeed added me on Twitter and was just like, man's just numb to the pain at this point. Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, Warrior J, like when I said, remember when I grabbed the microphone during, it was the United Arsenal show, so it was last week Thursday, and salute to the Don who was in the chat who said it. I'm just seeing the numbers go up. You lot are crooks on my life. Look at you lot. What was I even going to say? And he said, right, we'll definitely beat Luton. And I said, why? Why will Manchester United 110% definitely beat Luton? But I'm sure you lot got questions to get in. So before I give my whole thoughts on the game, get any questions in, people. Yeah, Warrior J, you remember. Yeah, Mud Brothers, exactly that. I'm not even bantering no more. Like, it's just legit. We can lose to anybody. But Stephen, big up for the super chat. But like I said, it's no surprise we could go out of Europe. This ain't a shock. I've said it before. I say it again. We can lose to anybody. Insert football team here. If it's something FC and you play Manchester United, Don't matter if it's home, doesn't matter if it's away, you can get a result. Because we lack skill. Not only do we lack skill, we lack will, and that's the two worst things. Lack of skill is one thing. Lack of like technical ability is one thing. But lack of mental ability and mental attributes and will is a whole different thing. And when you don't have either of those, it's crazy. If you have a team who are technically fantastic, but they lack in skill, lack in will, then their skill can make up for it. Or if you have a team who lack in skill, their will can make up for it. We have neither. And we watched it on full display because Copenhagen are far from a good side. They're not even average. Copenhagen, and that's not me hating to anyone's like, oh, just because they beat you, because we're not even average. Copenhagen are not a good side. They are far from it. They are far from it. They're not Fulham level. And I didn't rate Fulham. I don't rate Fulham. Copenhagen played in the Premier League, they definitely be bottom half. They'd be below Chelsea. 110%. They'd be somewhere 15th, 16th. What are we talking about? Oh, what are we talking about? And we just went and lost to them in that fashion. Hey, appreciate it. I'm sure you wrote a message as well, you prick. But big up Troops, big up to Roms. Look at everyone star-studded. You got Troops in the cut, Cam, Roms, Marshall, Casually FC. Look at this, people. See what Manchester United got me doing. This is supposed to be a Q&A. Look at this. Big up Flawless. Love getting onto you, man. It's even boring now. It's too frequent. Look, shout out to Roms, Liverpool. I can't even say nothing to that. It's facts. It's right. It's like, that's just the facts. That's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? See, look, Troops is saying Kamsi's finished. I'm done. You know what I'm saying? I'm done. C24 says you do realize we're not a real bottom half team, right? Who? You talking about Copenhagen or you talking about Chelsea? You man a 10th. Like I say, you man ain't good, but this ain't about you lot anyway. The point that I'm making, I was using the point that you're better than a side. You're a better side than Copenhagen is the point I was making as well. Yes, big up to Lewis, says Mud Brother. Before I continue, there's over 80 people in here. Why did I tell Troops to share this? That just was stupid, but here we fucking are. Bump up the likes, man. Girls up to 70 likes. Like check 1212. Bump up the likes. Hit the subscribe button as well, because I know people are here. At least if you're enjoying the Manchester United misery, make sure you hit the subscribe as well. Make sure you do so and share this across all the socials, you idiots. And continue to get your questions in regarding the games. This is going to go over 100 subscribers. 100 viewers. Look at you lot, absolute cretins. Absolute crooks. Right, 8,565 subs. Get us to 8,570. And go subscribe to the Sarcasm City TV gaming YouTube channel as well. Let's bump that up as well. But where was I at? Where to start? Away at Copenhagen. Usual nonsense with the team. Like, that's where it is with the man. Did I even get to Haldane's comment? No, I didn't. Haldane almost got off the mark. Let me go back to Haldane's comment. See, like I said, this is like Manchester United. Haldane, you thought you got away with it, but Troops popped up. That's what happened. So he said, this ain't on Ten Hag today, man. I'm truly convinced the day Sir Alex left, he cursed us. No. Haldane, let's not do that. Because this is on the manager. This is on the players. Is this more so on the players today? Yes. Is the manager blameless? No. Because when we won against Fulham, I seen your comment, Haldane. I don't think I got to it that day because I think something else popped up in regards to on the stream. But you was like, see, 6 points off Arsenal. It's not too shabby. Don't let being where we are in the league or being a certain amount of points off certain teams fool you into thinking we're good. Fool you into thinking it's okay. Fool you into thinking, oh, Ten Hag is going to turn this around. It only takes one loss just to show it. And it was on full show today. So this ain't nothing to do with no curse. We've seen all of our deficiencies rolled up into one. Even when a team wanted to give us the game, Copenhagen did everything in their power to give Manchester United that game, and we still couldn't take it. Every single thing. We took a 2-0 lead. They gave us a bullshit penalty. Even at the start of the second half, when it went 10 men, they let us have the ball. They didn't even press us and try to get the ball. They did everything in their power to give us what we've been doing. Manchester United have been doing that all season long. All season long, we've been giving teams easy games and giving up easy goals and giving teams 3 points. And Copenhagen did that to us today. And yet, we still couldn't take advantage of that. Even with 10 men with a much better team. Big up to Sam in the cut as well. But in regards to what was I even gonna say? In regards to the game itself, lineup. So let's go there. You had Onana in goal, Wan-Bissaka, Dalot was the fullbacks, Maguire and Evans centre backs, midfield of McTominay, Ericsson, Bruno, and then it was Rashford from the right, Garnacho from the left, and Højlund up top. Do I particularly like the lineup? No. Why is Reguilon not starting? We've watched Dalot make mistakes all season long. Made a mistake today, which I'll get into. Even though I praised him on the live stream because he was having a good game, that he started, doing his defending like Trent at the back post as well. C24, I'm going to get to that super chat in a second. Much, much, much appreciated. He was doing, and where was I at? Yeah, why is Dalot starting? Why is Dalot starting? Why is Varane on the bench? Why is McTominay starting? Why is Rashford starting? And the crazy part is, a lot of the players I named cost this manager the game. And we say you're going to live by these players, die by these players. How many more times are these players going to cost you before you drop them? Like I said, Dalot should not be playing. He's at fault for the third goal. Should not be playing whatsoever. McTominay, pretty much anonymous per usual, shouldn't be playing. Rashford, we'll get into the Rashford sending off shortly, which was the main thing that cost Manchester United the game. He's most to blame. He's most to blame. How they? No, don't do that, because you were saying we were 6 points off Arsenal just a few days ago. What's changed? Saturday it was that. Now we fast forward to Wednesday/Thursday, and now all of a sudden it's why. To be fair, we've seen today why Varane didn't start, because he was shocking. That's not just on Varane, but let me get to it anyway. Let me get to the super chats. I don't want them to stack up. Before I do, over 100 people in here. Let's get up to 80 likes, people. Like check 1212. Hit that subscribe button as well. And follow at Sarcasm City TV across all socials. C24 just says, just happy to see the world shit on someone besides Chelsea for once. Question, who would you prefer to take over after Ten Hag gets sacked? Can anyone in club football be successful with Glazers in control? Salute. Big up to the super chat. C24, much appreciated. In regards to who would I prefer to take over after Ten Hag gets sacked, to manager. I've said this before, I'll say this again. There's no standout candidate. However, I've not looked into it. I've not done my research and my own due diligence looking into a next manager for Manchester United Football Club. I've not looked into it whatsoever to go and, let's go and such and such. So in regards to that, there's no one I want to take over. Can anyone in club football be successful with Glazers in control? Yes. That's why I hate this whole myth and it's all a charade. Is that even the correct word? We're running with it now. Or is it charade? Charade? It's all a mirage. That's it. Mirage. It's all a mirage that you can't be successful under the Glazers, because we watched this same manager have a successful season last season. Now, do the Glazers hamper that? Absolutely. Do they give any manager the best possible platform to succeed? No. However, can you be successful here? Yes. You know why? Because Manchester United spend enough to be successful, not to be dominant. So forget winning Premier Leagues back-to-back. Forget winning Champions Leagues back-to-back. Forget all of that. But in regards to the money we spend, Manchester United at the bare minimum can compete. Ten Hag has spent 350 million. Managers before him have spent. That's why I don't hear defense of managers beforehand. Ollie spent money. Mourinho spent money. Van Gaal spent money. What we talking about? And now the current managers spent money. They've all spent enough money to be more successful than they was. So that's why I'm not hearing it. So yes, a manager, to answer your question, yes, a manager can be successful with the Glazers. Yes, just not consistent success. Big up to Carrie Moore, who says, Sir Alex therefore did some type of deal to win those titles in exchange for the club. So man won 13 titles, 13, not a coincidence. I like this. This sounds good. This is a great tweet. Big up for the super chat. This is a great tweet. But the fact that people are blaming, not even blaming, but, it's on Sir Alex. No. Manchester United have gone longer stretches than this without league titles. All you have to do, people, go to Google, type in Manchester United major honors, and you'll see the gaps. We went 30, I think it was 30, 40 years without a Premier League title. From when Fergie won it, and I believe it was the Busby Babes team. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm not sure which team it was, because that's before my time. But the point I'm making, Manchester United have gone a long stretch without the Premier League. We've got longer stretches than this without the Premier League. We've got longer stretches than this without a Champions League. For those that don't know, just to clear it up for people. Manchester United have been relegated before. This is not the worst state Manchester United are in. It's going to seem that way because we're in the social media era and we're all in one room. We got people all over the world tuned into me talking from Manchester, England right now. But Manchester United Football Club have been relegated. We have been in worse states. All you have to do to any United fans or to anyone who knows any older United fans, talk to United fans from the 50s, 60s, 70s. And they'll tell you. My pops and uncles tell me about it, not all the time, but I've told me about it in the past. Manchester United being relegated. So anyone who thinks this is the worst state Manchester United have been in, no. We've gone 10 years without a Premier League title. We've had longer stretches. We've gone however many years, 15 years without a Champions League? We've had longer stretches. We've won the Champions League 3 times in our history. So therefore, we've gone longer stretches than this. Did we not go from the 60s to 08? Was it not the when was it? Was it the 60s? You know what I'm saying? I can't remember. I know we won it in 2008. I believe we won it in 58, and then the other date, I can't remember. But the point I'm making is there's years in between. But big up for the super chat, regardless. Big up for the super chat, regardless. I'm getting to all the questions I can, but the chat is going crazy. Yeah, how Dane? I see you joke, man. About how I forget 99. See, that's how much my head's gone that I forgot 99. So yeah, we went from 58 to 99 to then 2008. Yeah, see, just to be fair, flawless Joe Glazer was the reason Dalot got dunked on today. Exactly my point. I'm saying absolute nonsense. And we'll get to this because Hart says embarrassing defeat, embarrassing VAR and ref decisions. You mean no? Why are we blaming VAR? What did the referees do wrong? Someone correct me if I'm wrong. That's how you lot know. I'm not biased. But back to where I was talking about anyway. So the lineup, that's from the manager. You got players playing who then cost you, who should not be playing. Dalot should not be playing. Why Reguilon is there, I don't know. McTominay should not be playing. Rashford should not be playing. Bruno should not be playing. So you got Dalot, you've got McTominay, you've got Bruno, you've got Rashford. That's 4 off the top of my head. That's almost half your outfield players, and all those players contributed to Manchester United losing this game. So to the start of the game, dominant. Start of the game, I was shocked what I was watching. Especially the first goal was a very, very good team goal. Dalot picks it up, drives forward, plays it to Bruno. Bruno switches it out to Rashford. Wan-Bissaka on the overlap. Rashford plays it down the line. Wan-Bissaka plays a lovely reverse pass into McTominay. McTominay squares it. Højlund scores. We haven't scored a good goal like that. We haven't scored a goal like that all season. Top quality. Top quality goal in regards to a team goal. We're comfortable. Copenhagen offered nothing. Get the second goal. Thoroughly deserved. I'm saying great breakaway. Bruno into Garnacho. Garnacho has the shot. Then it spills to Højlund. Højlund taps it in. 2-0. We're 2-0 up. Cruising. Comfortable. We're winning that game. 11 versus 11. We are winning that game. And all the players I didn't want to see play, all right, cool. They're doing their thing. Bear in mind, it is Copenhagen, but we're standing up and being counted. We're standing up and being counted. Cool. No issues with that. Then, yes, C24 folded. Then what happened? Rashford's, what's it called? Rashford. Decision making. Silly. To Smadison, it was more than 20 minutes. Because when did Rashford get his red card? Was it not like 40 minutes? So up until from the start of kickoff till Rashford's red card, Manchester United were in complete control of that game and were going to win. Copenhagen were offering nothing. They're not a good side whatsoever. They were not offering nothing. But it comes back to decision-making. What do I always talk about? Whether it's on-the-ball decision-making or it's making a challenge or not tracking a runner or making the correct run or being a decision-making. Decision-making. Rashford shouldn't be on the pitch. Rashford shouldn't be on the pitch anyway. And now he's cost you with that. Let's just clarify something. Do I believe it was a malicious intent for Marcus Rashford? Absolutely not. I don't believe it was malicious intent for Marcus Rashford in the slightest. No. But let the man have the ball. I see he's trying to shield the ball, but we've watched all season long players showing studs in a challenge or shielding the ball and getting sent off. We got sent off 42 minutes, so basically for the entire first half. Silly from Rashford's point. As soon as I say that, I said, that's on you. See it, dumb. Silly tackle. Absolutely silly tackle, just nonsense. Should have never have made the tackle. I have no issues with VAR. I'm saying no, he didn't get sent off for the elbow cam. It was the studs because he caught my man high on the ankle. That's on Rashford. Let man have the ball there. He's not doing anything from that standpoint. You're there. Wan-Bissaka's over that side. It's not like he's about to score. He's not even about to whip in across. Let him have the ball. Shield him out. Again, game management. You'll hear me say that a lot, especially during games. Game management. Manage the game. You're 2-0 up. There's no need to make that challenge. Just be careful. Rashford makes a silly challenge, boom, red card. And then here comes the problem. Typical Manchester United. Any adversity, we fold. Any type of adversity, we get, everything's not going our way, we fold. And as soon as it went 2-0, I said, all right, we're 2-0 up. This is Copenhagen. Let's see it. Let's get in at halftime, 2-0 up. Let's get in at halftime, 2-0 up. 30 minutes of added on time was added on. But as soon as it went 10 men, we just switched, not even switched off. We just gave up. Threw the white towel in. As soon as it went 10 men, the crowd got up for it. I'm guessing, even though I had it on mute, the crowd got up for him. So Matoru says it wasn't a challenge. He was shielding the ball. Let the ball go. Once you raise, let me repeat this again before I go on to Manchester United with 10 men. Once you raise your studs on the football pitch at the top level, you are running the risk of getting sent off. Do not raise your studs. Don't shield the ball. Shepherd man out. He was going nowhere. There was no need to make that challenge. It comes back to decision making. He did not need to make that challenge. That is on Marcus Rashford. I'm not blaming the referee. I'm not blaming VAR. That is on Marcus Rashford and solely on him. Because I bet if he could run that back, he would not make that challenge. Don't make the tackle. Do not make it. Do I think it was malicious? No. Do I think he meant to catch the player in the manner in which he did? No, he didn't. But was it a red card? Yes. Can't just say because he was shielding the ball, it's okay. No. Shield him without stepping. Don't go for the ball. Shepherd him out. Where is the player going? Where's the player's going? Nowhere. He's not in a dangerous position at all. And we are comfortable at that point. 41 minutes. So we're 4 or 5 minutes away from getting in 2-0 in a must-win game. Cool. I'm saying, nah, he didn't know what he was doing, Cam, because he wasn't even looking at him. You know, there. And yes, to Awace, who says sus for joining late is cool. It's a red. Yeah, man, it's a red. All right, cool, man. Buy one heart in it. Just because you disagree with me, now I'm not making sense. All right, cool. You know what I'm saying? Bye. Don't let the door hit. You know what? I'll see you out. Bye. Like I say, you lot can disagree with me, but that's cool. Once man start throwing in cheek and personal shots, you can, you can do one. Bye. But as I was saying, anyway, see that? As soon as man disagree with me, man want to throw in personal shots, we move. Hit the door. You know what I'm saying? Do not come back, please. But yeah, bump up the likes as well. There's still over 140 of you lot in here. Well, there is 140 of you lot in here. 100 likes. But if you can't see why that's a red card by Rashford, that's a you problem. That's a you problem. Because everyone else can clearly see why it's a red card. Well, again, was it malicious intent? No. Was there? Absolutely not. There was no malicious intent. Did he mean it? Do I think he meant it? No. I don't think he meant it. But just because you don't mean it and it's not malicious intent does not mean it's a red card. I mean, that doesn't mean it's not a red card. Red cards don't have to have those, don't have to have malicious intent or you for mean it for stuff to be a red card. We've seen accidental challenges all the time that are red cards. Yeah, exactly. Just it's like saying I tackled a player and broke his leg, but I didn't mean it. Of course, you don't mean to break someone's leg, but it's still a red. Exactly. We've seen those challenges, unfortunately, where a player's been hurt badly. Did the opposition player mean to severely injure that player? No. But it's still a red card. But hey, people are just going to let emotions cloud intelligence. Because if that happens, if that would have happened, a Copenhagen player would have done that to a Manchester United player, we'd be here screaming red card. But because it's I can see past this. I can see past this. That's what a lot of people can't do. And when I start talking about it, people don't like it because it comes from a United fan. They can't hit me with the rival fan thing and say, oh, you're just hating. I know it's a red card. So yeah, back to Rashford getting sent off, which is the worst decision in regards to, when I say the worst decision, he's most to blame for what went on. Because he's now put us in that situation, knowing we hate adversity, knowing we fold. And I legit said, don't fold. get us in at halftime 0-0. 2-0 up. Bear in mind, we got 2 goals up, people. Not 1-0. We're 2-0 up. We still have an element of control in this game because we have players out there to still hit them on the counter attack with Højlund, with a Garnacho. So if we sit in, we can hit them on the counter because they're really going to go for it because 1, they have to, and 2, we have 10 men. So there's going to be so much space to run in behind. And that's one thing our attackers can do is hit on the counter attack. We've seen it even when Højlund just scuffed the shot just wide. The second goal was a prime example of that as well. But what do? Folded. Gave the ball up to Copenhagen. Gave territory up to Copenhagen. And just, they didn't even have to do anything special. It's not like it was a well-worked goal where you go, United were 10 man down. They had the ball on the right, crossed it. I think it was Bruno who didn't track his runner. Squared it back, goal. 2-1. That's when not only am I looking at the players to stand up, no, I tell a lie. I'm not looking at the players to stand up because I know the players are not good enough. I'm looking at the manager. Change it. How can I be watching from Manchester, England? You're over there in Copenhagen, Denmark, and I can see at this point the momentum is with Copenhagen. The momentum is with Copenhagen. Why not? Why not change it there and then? Why wait? Why wait till halftime to bring Amrabat on for, I believe it was Eriksen, because he played Amrabat, McTominay, and had a Bruno wide right, which we'll get to in a second. Why not? Why wait? Why are you not proactive? Why can I not see, hey, we just need to get in at halftime now, 2-1 up and regroup, make changes, whether that's personnel, whether that's formation, because you can clearly see we're going to concede again. Another cross into the box, bounces up off Varane, hits Varane's arm, then hit Maguire, handball. I don't even know what the handball rule is to say whether it's handball or it's not a handball, etc., etc. Paul says 100% of substitutions should have been made as soon as the red card happened. I hear you on that, Paul. Don't even disagree. But it should have been made either the Rashford red card or as soon as it went 2-1, when the momentum's with them and the crowd are up for it. But what does this manager do? Make no changes. Now, that's not solely on the manager because now you're looking for your big players. You're looking for your captain and your senior players. And all these players, people say that I am too critical on to stand up. Who stood up? Nobody. Who stood up? Who stood up? Where's the captain? Where's the captain? What's going on? Where's the captain? Because at that time, you got Onana on the pitch, Dalot, Wan-Bissaka, Maguire, Varane's on the pitch as well, McTominay, Eriksen, Bruno, Højlund, Garnacho. That's the 10 players on the pitch. Nothing. We just folded per usual. Soon as it's like being we're like a boxer who don't like getting hit in the face. I don't even get hit in the face as soon as we have a couple uncomfortable rounds. As soon as we get buzzed, maybe to the body. You know what I'm saying? Maybe some shots to on the arms, the elbows, and someone makes it rough on the inside paws. Like we have, but someone makes it rough. You know what I'm saying? In a boxing sense. We don't like that. And we just fold 2-2 at halftime. And we all know what's going to happen. Manchester United are going to lose this game. Eddie was on the watch along with me. He knew. United fans know what we're like. And then the crazy part is we go out at the start of the second half and guess what? We're the ball dominant ones. We're the one controlling the game. Why not do this at 2-0 with 10 men? Why not do this at 2-1 with 10 men? You know why? Because these players fold when the pressure's on. Because Copenhagen stepped back and was like, all right, we're back in the game 2-2. They gave us up the ball. Bear in mind, they know we don't really have much going forward with 11 men. So with 10 men, we're not going to have nothing. And one thing we lacked in that game, we seen in that game worked, was pace. So why is it only Garnacho and Højlund on the pitch? This is where I now get onto the manager with his substitutions. Why is it Bruno wide right, McTominay, Amrabat, Garnacho? Amrabat for Eriksen, that makes sense. Eriksen with 10 men, I'm not with. I would have 110% made that change earlier. Amrabat for Eriksen, spot on. Play Palestri. Why are you not playing Palestri? He's the only player we have outside of Garnacho and Højlund who can run away from people. So why not have Højlund up top? You have Garnacho left, Palestri right, and then you just have, if you really want Bruno on, you play Bruno in there with Amrabat. Because we had, you know what we had, when you are down to 10 men, you know what you need, people? Outlet. You need an outlet. You need a goal threat. Bear in mind, this is Copenhagen. This is not Real Madrid. This is Copenhagen. And we've seen their lack of quality because they didn't even, big up, Hassan, you're an idiot. They didn't offer too much going forward anyway. We've seen that. They didn't bop us off the park with 10 men. They did not. And this is not me saying, oh, Copenhagen. Me saying Copenhagen didn't deserve to win. That's a whole other conversation that I'm not really fussed about. I'm talking solely about Copenhagen not being able to just carve us apart. And we in the game. And the game was pretty much 50-50. They had some more of the ball after that first initial 5-10 minutes in the second half. Then we get the penalty. Free kick goes long into the box. Penalty. If the Maguire one's a penalty, that one's a penalty. We got a goal up. And I left after we went a goal up. After I went a goal up and then came back, I said to Eddie, I'm surprised we've not conceded in that 2 minutes that I was away. And he said, don't hold your breath. Now when we're now back in a position of power. And then that's on the manager even more so. They are down 3-2 at home. They are down 3-2 at home, needing a result. They are going to go for it. Put Palestri on the pitch because they're going to press high. So we have Garnacho, we have Højlund, then you have Palestri. Why would you not do that? Well, the manager just leaves it as it is. Third goal. Disgusting. Actually, forget it. See that? There's so much to forget. Forget the third goal. We're 3-2 up. We pressed them. I didn't watch the replay of this, so you lot are going to have to tell me in that. You lot are going to have to tell me what actually happened in regards to the pass. We pressed them well. Did Højlund win the pass? Somebody won the ball. Bruno, or it might have been Bruno. Bruno brings it down. Then Højlund goes into the box. Garnacho goes into the box. Bruno squares it back into the box to McTominay. I don't know why McTominay took the shot first time. McTominay then looked at Bruno funny, which makes me think he wanted Bruno to just roll it into him in terms of a pass. My point is, you are two senior professionals. Figure that out. Communicate. Bruno, before he plays the pass, can say to McTominay, take a touch. Take a touch. Or, on the flip side, McTominay can shout at him and say, roll this into me. Roll this into me. So Madison says Bruno's pass was shit. I'm probably leaning towards that, but I need to see it again. Well, this is just typical him when people say, oh, chance create, that's a chance create. By law of the stat, that is a chance created. But did he play the best possible pass? Because you know what chance created doesn't, and successful passes doesn't tell you? The weight of pass. The most important thing, one of the most important thing about passes is the weight of pass. Just because a pass is successful doesn't mean it was a good pass. Let me repeat that. Just because a pass was successful does not mean it was a good pass. Because there'll be certain passes you might need just in front of you as a striker so you can go on and score. However, the pass is just behind you. Technically, it's a successful pass, but was it the correct pass? No, it wasn't the correct pass. And that to McTominay was not the correct pass. Why have you not rolled it into him? Why have you fired? Roll it in. He's open in space. Garnacho and Højlund have took two of the defenders away. We've pressed well and won the ball at 3-2. They comes back down again. Decision making. Fires it in at McTominay. Why McTominay is not taking a touch anyway, I don't know. Why do you need to be running onto it shooting the first time? I blame them both. Whoever you want to blame more is cool. I blame them both for that in particular moment. Because if one of them makes the correct decision, Manchester United score and we're having a whole different conversation because we're 4-2 up and probably win the game. Probably win the game. Flawlessly passed it behind McTominay. Why is McTominay shooting first time? That's the point I'm making, Madison. Even if it was in front of McTominay, why are you rushing the shot? You are free inside the box. Take a touch, set yourself, composure. Composure. Why? Take a touch. There's no need to hit it first. There's nobody on you. If there was a defender on him or close to him, I'd fully understand. Why are you running onto it trying to shoot at that moment? What is the rush? Same with Bruno. If one of the two of them makes the correct decision, Manchester United go 4-2 up. But again, neither of these two players should be on the football pitch. But that's due to the manager. And he going to live that, like I've already mentioned, Rashford costed him. Now Bruno's costing him. Now McTominay's costing him. In particular, Rashford and Bruno, two players he swears by. Two players he swears by. What are we doing here? What are we doing here? And then people want to wonder why I criticize a Bruno Fernandes. That is a prime example of why. That's a prime example of why I criticize Bruno Fernandes is that moment right there. None of his defenders going to be in the chat saying nothing though. Again, should McTominay have took the shot first time? No, and that's critical. I'm critical of McTominay. Because that's just common sense. That's just common sense. So, on the flip side, not even on the flip side, back to Wales, yeah, we're 3-2. 3-3. Probably the worst goal we conceded. Warrior J's been putting my statement in the chat. As the ball goes back out to the Copenhagen player on the edge of the box. Do you not criticize running the low on the goals? They do their job. We win 3-2. I'm getting to it now. I've not finished. I'm getting to it now. I'm fully getting to it right now. I'm getting to the third goal and the fourth goal. Because the third goal, you just heard me say, is disgraceful. It's unforgivable. The ball goes to the edge of the box to Wan-Bissaka. I shout on, it's all good always. I shout during the watch along. It's on the channel. Warrior J's put it. Don't let him cross. Don't let him cross. Run out to him. Even if you run out to him to the point where your momentum's taking you so you can't break and he fake shots you. And then that's when the second wave is supposed to be on its way. Don't let him. Wan-Bissaka, half-hearted, jogs out to him, whips it into the back post. Who's sleeping at the back post? Hello. That's nothing to do with 10 men. That's nothing to do with 10 men. That's our two fullbacks not doing the basics. Not closing down and not tracking runners is nothing to do with skill. I can do that. Any of you lot can do that in the chat. Nobody in the chat, I presume so. Someone may be watching who's a professional footballer. If you are, reach out to me. I could do with the big interview on the channel. But nobody in the chat and myself, none of us are professional footballers, and we can all do that. We can all do that. What is going on? But again, this comes back to Dalot, who I thought had a good game, and I said it on the watch along before that moment. Dalot's played well today. But then mistakes, key moments, decision making. Wan-Bissaka not rushing out to the Copenhagen player. Dalot not tracking his runner. Individual errors costing us goals, which I've spoken about time and time again because it's been happening all season. Dalot should not be out there. Dalot should not be out there. And even on top of that, Wan-Bissaka for the pass back to Onana initially, that then gave away the corner, and then the third goal came from. Fourth goal. My head was in the solar system at this point. My head was hot. I was fuming, absolutely livid. I don't know who was at fault, but I think we were just all over the place at that point. We are just fully, we threw in more than one towel. We threw in all the towels. More towels, you know what I'm saying? More towels than the hotel chains. More towels than Travel Lodge. Threw in all the towels. That's what it was. Oh yeah, H, we gonna get to that. We gonna get to that. I've not forgot about the Mount sub as well. The fourth goal, everybody was bad. Man are asking me about Varane. Yeah, Varane was poor today. Varane was poor today. I'm not going to defend that. Do I believe Varane is finished or anything like that? No, but Varane was poor today. Poor, very poor. And he was at fault. You man are telling me he was at fault for the fourth goal. I'm not going to lie. I can't even remember the fourth goal like that. Because everybody was all over the place. I remember us just giving the ball away and crosses coming into the box and just going, this is just typical Manchester United, folding. As soon as the going gets tough, folding. Yeah, is that when Varane played the left foot pass out? There you go. To H, you asking me, yeah, do I think it was a red? Yes, I think it was a red. And just to clarify, people, leave them all in Copenhagen. I'm leaving everybody in Denmark. Only person coming back is the kit man, some of the youngsters. Like, that's it. Everybody can get left over there. I'm tired. I'm done with these, man. And Ten Hag, again, we're playing on the counter-attack, and you take off one of our 2 players with pace. Make that make sense. Make that make sense. So we're chasing the game, and our 10 men and our forward line is Mount, Bruno, Garnacho. Who else? Yeah, it would have been those 3, because then you got your 2 central midfielders that are McTominay and Amrabat. Mount. Again, manager just guessing at this point. Manager's just guessing. He just there's no plan. There's no thought going into what he's doing. There's no substance to his thinking. Mount, why? For Højlund, why? Mount's not running away from anybody. Højlund can run away from people. Garnacho can run away from people. Pellistri can run away from people. Therefore, they are better outlets than a Mason Mount. They are better outlets than a Bruno when you are indeed playing on a counter-attack and you are surrendering possession. But he brings our Mason Mount. All right, what are we doing here? What are we doing? Did we have Martial and Pellistri warming up? I didn't see that, Keegan. I didn't see that. H, what do I reckon his last game is? Galatasaray away. Galatasaray away. I think we go there, we lose, and then that's all she wrote. Let me have a look at it. Let me have a look. Yeah, because then Newcastle, do we sack him before this? It's either Galatasaray away or Liverpool away. One of those 2. Because Bayern at home is the last game, and they're not going to sack a manager before Anfield away. That's just dumb. So it's either Galatasaray away or Liverpool away. But like I stated from early, a few weeks ago, this manager's not making it to... His manager's not making it to the new year. Yeah, Prime, that's just how Manchester United play. And yeah, Keegan, I didn't see that. And to hate you says, any manager on the list for you? No manager yet. No. There's no manager. I've not done my research and my own due diligence in terms of managers out there, because I want to DOF. I want everybody gone, first and foremost. I want everybody gone. Everybody can go. I'm not fighting for anybody to stay. Everybody can go. But what's crazy is that people try to put this on Casemiro. That's the funniest shit. We ain't going to let the people try that. Oh, Manchester United would be so much better without Casemiro. Casemiro's cooked. I'm saying my Casemiro's a problem. Excuse me? Notice how you don't hear that no more. Notice he's been gone 3 games, and already that myth has been dispelled. Like the Mason Mount thing. For all the people who were advocates for Mason Mount and pro Mason Mount, it's like, oh, it's a good signing. Why don't we hear why is Mason Mount not playing? I'm not saying he should or he shouldn't be playing. Ask yourself, people, why are we not hearing that Mount should? Why is it not a conversation that he should be playing? Why are we talking about Reguilon should be playing? Why are we talking about give Pellistri a chance? Why are we talking about Garnacho should be playing? Why we talk more about Kobbie Mainoo going back into the side than Mason Mount? Are you lot telling me that Kobbie Mainoo is a better player than Mason Mount? A guy who I don't think has started a Premier League game is better than our 60 million creative marquee number 7 signing. Is that what we're saying? Because that's what it sounds like. Because I hear more shouts for Kobbie Mainoo. I hear more shouts from, and this is, bear in mind, I've not watched Mainoo like that. Because I didn't watch preseason. Hey, Warrior J, you said it. Lukey Will, you say it, but when I said Mason Mount was no good, I was told I was wrong. So we don't even hear shouts. Why is the manager not starting him? Murtaza made a great point. When somebody's C24, I'm asking the question. Because that's what it seems like. Because I hear more shouts from Manchester United fans for Mainoo to go into the side rather than Mason Mount. And people say, yeah, he was cooking in preseason. Yeah, I didn't watch preseason, but why is the youngster who's come through Carrington getting more shouts to play in a struggling side than our 60 million marquee signing who took the number 7 shirt? Why? Like, someone tell me. We all know the answer. But hey, let them apologies be as loud as the disrespect was. Before I continue, bump up the likes. Right, 94 likes. Girls up into triple digits. Girls up into 100 likes. People hit that like button. Please share across the socials. Follow me. That's me, Flawless. on Twitter and Instagram at Sarcasm City TV on Twitter and Instagram. And make sure you subscribe to the channel Sarcasm City TV as well. Hit the notification bell. Also, I don't even know if I shared it to the Sarcasm City TV Instagram. Maybe I'm slacking. Continue to get your questions in. I got more to get off my chest. Yeah, I did. I'm a real one. Apparently, Mount hasn't scored in 2023. Don't let that be a stat. That's not the case. He's definitely scored. You know what I'm saying? Nah, I can't even run clubs after Tazo. I can't even run clubs after still. I gotta get up at earlier time to run the show. Shout out to Lee Gunner. But I run it tomorrow. Therefore, I run it tomorrow. I run 2 sessions tomorrow still. I might even jump on. Maybe. Man, tell me this now. Yeah, get the gang together, fam. And we'll send everyone up. No, actually, we won't. Tomorrow. Yeah, I see what Troops put. It's just come have a laugh, people. You know what I'm saying? And that. Shout out Troops, though. Appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? Hey, chill out, Flawless. You're cooking with too much sense with that Mount question. Fans, both United and say Chelsea fans don't want to talk about it. Really don't want to talk about it. Where was I at anyway? I forgot. You don't have to just bring me back on track. I forgot where I was even at. What was I talking about before we went into the whole Mount and Mano thing? What was I talking about? Nah, Jez, I missed it. What was your question? If I miss your questions, I apologize, people. I do. It was. Would you take a manager like Ange in terms of his background? Not saying he has to play Ange like football. I don't know, because Ange hasn't done enough for me to go like, all right, let me go get him. I want somebody who's been somewhere at least a top club in Europe where there's been at least pressure to win. When I say it, I'm saying I include Holland in that. Holland, Portugal, obviously Italy, Spain, Germany, and of course England. I'm looking at the top nations. And you have to have been somewhere where there's pressure to win. Have to be. And won something. Have to have won something. Even if it's the equivalent of the FA Cup in your country. Win something. I want someone coming to Manchester United who has won nothing as a manager. Nothing. I don't want you, because that pressure different. And it's different at Manchester United anyway. But at least have some experience of winning silverware. Somewhere. I'm not with it. Yeah, Flick. People say Flick, but Flick fell out with the Bayern Munich board. So what's the issues you would have with our board? Since you said this result can't be blamed on the manager, I'm sorry. Who blamed the result on the manager? Who blamed the manager? Is he blameless though? No. Of course he's not blameless. But again, I don't get how you can defend the manager. I don't get it. I really don't. But Z is not surprised to hear you say that. So here we are. C24, big up as well. Flawless thoughts on sporting manager Ruben. I don't know too much about him to even comment. You know what I'm saying? I don't. And hey, if Manchester United had my talent ID for Sarcasm City TV, we'd be in a much better situation than that. God welcome, Adon. You know what I'm saying? Eddie in the building. Yes, Eddie, what are you telling me, fam?
Man, I can't have you running this shit by yourself, G. I couldn't let you talk about these bum ass players by yourself, bro. So I had to pop up, man.
I appreciate
Shout out
it,
to all y'all who visiting for our fucking misery. It is what it is. And yeah, bro, it's hilarious. It is hilarious, you know, because that's the only way I can keep I have to classify it as hilarious, because if not, I'll be angry. And then it's some bullshit when I'm angry. So trying to keep the mental right, but these United dudes are trying me, bro. Can't even front.
That's it. You know what I'm saying?
No, I haven't been listening. So what you just been hyping on everything?
Bro, fam, yeah, like I've just been like talking in regards to like everything. I forgot where I was at for a second. I think I did get to the end game. So yeah, I got to the 4th goal, people, and yeah, it was. You don't understand what I'm saying. Read my first comment. I'm not Ten Hag in, but I said, you're hilarious, Kaneki. Yo, I'm gonna run a fan calling show, fam. Read my first comment. I'm not Ten Hag in, but I said individual mistakes let us down today. Individual mistakes let us down today. Or who keeps playing these individuals? Who keeps playing it? I'm lost at what you're saying, Z. Who keeps continuing to play these individuals? The individuals that cost us today, he consistently plays. That's on him. Rashford red card. Bruno's performance. Bruno's pass to Scott McTominay. Scott McTominay's overall performance, Scott McTominay putting it over the bar, Dalot for the third goal. The list goes on. He continues to play these players. Who took off Højlund and brought on Mount? Who bought Mount in the first place? Who failed to react when we went down to 10 men and it was 2-0? Who failed to react when it went 2-1 and we was down to 10 men and the momentum was continuing to play? Who would we play though in terms of what Maddison? Who would he play though where? In regards to if you spent 350 million and there's problems on who you can play, you spent that money terribly. And that's also on the manager. Varane, he didn't want to play Varane. He was awful when he came on. Varane wasn't good when he came on. But hey, it happens. Varane wasn't the sole reason we lost that game. And we just blaming Varane for the whole thing. But again, this is what I'm talking about with United fans. Trying to nitpick like they all weren't bad and they're all to blame. I don't proportion blame out. Actually, I tell a lie. I do proportion blame out. Most of the blame is actually on the players. I said that at the very start. Very start. However, is the manager blameless? No. Because this is his guys. Because if we would have won 2-0, 3-0, which we should have, we'd be here waxing lyrical about the players and about the manager and say, we stepped up in a big away game and won a must-win game in the Champions League. And with Galatasaray losing against Bayern, we would have been in second place. And then heading out to Turkey, we would have just needed to avoid defeat. And we probably would have been okay in terms of getting out of the group. Wait, I just checked. Mount only scored 3 goals last season. I just checked. I just checked. Mount only scored 3 goals last season, and they were in 2022. So Mason Mount's not scored in the year 2023.
That's hilarious.
All right, okay.
But that's a $60 million signing, to take us over the top. And I wonder whose idea that was.
Facts.
Like people, no matter how you slice it, no matter how many of you put your cape on to try and save this bum, he is a bum because his record indicates that he's a bum. When you look, and I don't want to do it, but it has to be done. When you look at Spurs, the manager instituted principles that have carried him to this point to where he can look at the table and be like, we've got 26, whatever points it is. That's in his first year. We've been waiting 2 years for a style of play. Again, a style of play also includes being able to have your team control a game. Being a manager on the pitch, understanding that, you know what? I'm down to 10 men. How can I fix this? Taking off Højlund, that was your way of fixing it? For Mount to come on and do absolutely nothing? So it went down to 9 men practically because that brother had, there are no defined roles. We've been knowing this. Somehow, some way, we're making the same mistakes that we were making under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer when it comes to our fullbacks, not being able to track a runner properly. You can't coach that out of players.
Yep, facts.
It can't just be, oh yeah, these players are you know what, they don't do this, they don't do that. He had all that time to look at the tape and understand where these players are deficient at, and he still didn't fix it. People, you don't get away from that. Your job was to fix it. He did not. And so we cannot absolve him of any responsibility from this result. Because if you're not correcting bad behavior, you're allowing it. If you're not correcting bad football principles, then you're allowing it.
Say that again. Say that louder for the people in the back, fam.
If you are not correcting bad footballing principles, you are allowing it. Bruno, before Ten Hag got here, we were wondering, why does Bruno just run around like a headless chicken with no sense of responsibility? Why are there so many gaps in the midfield? Because of this guy. It's the same thing over and over and over again. What has he changed? I want to ask people that answer that in the chat. What has Ten Hag changed with this team? I mean, again, whether you want to talk about the defending, that's one thing. Let's just talk about our ability to create chances consistently and score goals. In his first year, we were one of the lowest scoring teams in the Prem. In his second year, it's the same thing. Honestly, it might be a little bit worse. If you don't want to acknowledge that, I don't know what to tell you. Yeah, I think, honestly, that's the thing. He changed the goalkeeper now. Now he got the goalkeeper looking crazy. And here's another thing. This goalkeeper has had questionable moments under this manager. Not under this manager, he's been in the running for goalkeeper of the year. Make it make sense.
Right.
At Ajax, when they pull back the tape of what Onana was doing at Ajax, and they pull back the tape what he was doing at Inter, it's like it's two different goalkeepers. Now, the Rashford challenge, it is what it is. But are we going to sit here and act like red cards and yellow cards don't happen throughout the course of any game?
Mm-hmm.
Now, I do believe there should be a level of intent taken into account when referees decide to make these kinds of decisions.
Got you, Warrior J. And I got something on that as well. Sorry to cut you off in regards
No,
to...
yeah, you got it.
The reason why I don't hear the excuse about, we was robbed by VAR or the referees. You just said it. And we all agree on this. We know how incompetent referees are. So let's say the Marcus Rashford challenge was not that bad a challenge. Let's say it was a yellow card and then the referee gave a red card, which could happen because we're all in agreement with that. That it could have been a challenge that happened and the referee should not have sent off Rashford and he did. There's still no excuse to fold in the manner in which we did. That's my biggest. That's why I don't hear about referees and VAR. We have ample time to win that match. And we're playing Copenhagen. We are not playing Real Madrid. We are playing, I would hear it more if we were playing a team of serious quality. If we were playing a quality side and that happens, I'd hear it more so. We're playing Copenhagen. They're calling them average is being kind. They're awful. The only thing is, we're just more awful. That's all it is. I agree, Z. I agree with you. If Rashford stays on the pitch, we win the game. No one's disagreed with that. The point that I'm making is you're going to get setbacks. Again, people are not even paying attention to what I am saying. What I'm saying is, let's say the Rashford challenge, we all agree was a yellow card, but the ref and VAR gave a red. Does that then make it okay for us to fold? The point that I'm making is we were more than good enough to win that game because we had ample opportunities to win that match. We were 2-0 up with 10 men. We were 2-1 up with 10 men. We were 3-2 up with 10 men. We had a great chance with Bruno and McTominay, and both of those two fucked it up where we could have went ahead. And it could have been 4-2. Again, they did everything in their power to give us the game and we couldn't take it. That's where my frustration and annoyance comes from. They did a Manchester United to Manchester United and we were too shit to capitalize. They gifted us the game. Offered nothing going forward. 0. And we gifted it. Look at the goals they scored. There was no quality. The first goal, the second goal was a penalty. The third goal was just a cross into the box and Delon not tracking his runner. And the fourth goal was just another cross into the box. This is the point. They didn't carve us apart with 10 men. It's not like they were just like, you know what, they were phenomenal and we couldn't get near them. It's not like they made the pitch big and both wingers or both fullbacks got chalk on their boots. And you just hold your hands up and say, yeah. Look at the start of the second half. We were dominating the ball. We don't dominate the ball against anybody. Anybody. And we were dominating the ball in terms of, I'm just talking possession, with 10 men. They did everything in their power. Tazio says flawless. The players' mentalities are weak. We lack leadership. Whose fault is that?
Who made Bruno our leader?
Whose fault is that?
Who made him our captain?
Whose fault is that? If you put together a team as the manager and the team is bad, as much as I criticize the team, who put this shit together? All of you lot, vast majority, I know there's some people, haters who will be watching, enjoy Sarcasm City TV content. You enjoy seeing Eddie on here, or the other content creators, whatever your favorite show may be. Now, if I go and get terrible content creators to contribute to the channel, as much as they're bad content creators, who will take the blame? Me. Because I put it together. If I all of a sudden put together a whole load of new shows and got a load of new content creators on here, and you lot didn't like them, who's at fault? For even though they're bad at content creating? Me. Because I put it together. So why is the manager to blame this? Who are the leaders in the team? By leaders. I agree with you, Z. But forget even leadership. These players are not good enough from a quality standpoint. They're like, what we talking about? Get characters. You can buy characters. You can buy leaders. Because you can look at, when you go and scout players, and if you scout them enough, you'll see them in bad situations to see how they respond. Because everybody can want to get on the ball when you're 2-0, 3-0 up. Everybody wants the ball. When you're 2, 3, 4-0, everyone. How do you respond when you're 2-0 down? How do you just respond when you're 3-0 down? How do you respond when you're 2-0 up and you go down to 10 men and in your opinion you think it's unfair?
And think about this. About?
Yeah, go
think
on.
about this. Ollie went down 2-0 all the time, got it back. That's not the hallmark of a great manager. Mm-hmm. That's not the hallmark of a manager that we've wanted. All we've ever wanted as United fans is a sustained level of play. That's it. Mm-hmm. And unfortunately, we can't find it with this manager. And again, this is not the first time we've given up a penalty in a Champions League match. Oh, we've given up a penalty in every Champions League match.
Every game.
That's on the manager. I don't care what you say. Because then again, who's the one putting these players who we continually say are not good enough out there? Who is it?
Yeah. He continues to play. But that's why I don't hear this thing about leadership. Show me a leader at the top level who's not a quality player. We lack quality. People need to stop throwing out words like, oh, we lack leadership. No, we lack quality. These players are just not good. These players could be the best leaders in the world. It's not leadership.
Who's giving followers? Just one more thing. Who's giving these not good players contract extensions?
Exactly. And that's where it stems from. Who's buying players? Your number 7's on the bench. Your marquee signing's on the bench. That's a mistake.
Your other one didn't show up.
Was he not in the squad at all, Anthony?
I didn't see him. I didn't see him play. Yeah, that's what I mean by he didn't show up.
Yeah, he didn't show up. That's what are we talking about here? What are we talking about? Like, stop making it. Let's stop making excuses. Let's stop it. Let's stop making excuses. Jay says, facts flawless. Always speak the real. You're not out here just blaming the result on the referees. Yeah, because that's not me. I don't do that. I look at my team. You have an hour and a half plus to go on Impact game. Flawless is one of the few Manchester United content creators who isn't blaming officiating. All I see everywhere is Manchester United robbed because it's lazy. I think it's just very lazy. That's what it is.
It's super lazy.
Extremely just lazy analysis and assessment and not looking at the players and the manager. Again, I repeat this. Who's most to blame for today? Oh, Anthony was on the bench. There we go. So he's 90 million. So that's a combined 150 million not getting on the pitch.
That's crazy.
Combined. And we need goals. And we're playing Copenhagen. So I'm not hearing about no robbery. We playing Copenhagen, who are one of the worst, who are a terrible outfit. It's just that we're also a terrible outfit. Exactly. Exactly, TJ. Exactly this. Big on my guy, TJ. Make sure you subscribe to his channel as well. Big Man U fans blaming the rest for losing to the best club from Denmark. Denmark, you know. Denmark.
Can't make this shit up, man.
Denmark. And people will still be in the comment section and still out there on socials, even though I've not seen it, defending these players and defending this manager. It's a wrap. And this ties back into the whole, when people say, oh, Ten Hag, this Ten Hag. Why has Ten Hag still got a job? Why has Ten Hag still got a job? We can all see he should be fired. 99.9% of us can see that. There's still that people who hold on to hope. And I don't know why, but each to their own, I suppose. And yet we have a major problem. And then if we sack Ten Hag, we then have a bigger problem that we're giving to the people who are already a bigger problem than the original problem. You lot caught that last time, so you'll catch it again. You know I'm a lyricist. You lot can catch that. We have a major problem in Erik Ten Hag. If we sack him, which we should, we then have an even bigger problem in terms of hiring another manager. So then we have a bigger problem than the original problem. And then we are giving the bigger problem now to the people who are a bigger problem in the ownership and the hierarchy than Ten Hag for them to solve another problem. What are we doing? How are we giving problems to people who are the problem? But hey, and people wonder why I say DOF. Leave everybody in Denmark. Leave everybody in Denmark, man. Telling you that right now. Leave everybody in Denmark.
Because
I don't just to clarify, would you prefer McLaren for the rest of the season or Ten Hag? I don't want anybody who's there involved right now in there. I don't want anybody involved. Nobody. Yeah, go on, fam.
Like, again, people, we don't want to sit here and continuously bash managers. That's not what we're here to do. What we want to do is see a team sustain some kind of identity. And what we have is a bunch of foolishness on the pitch 24/7. 365. It has not gotten better since we got rid of that manager. That's what I've got. That's what I've come to. As a whole, we're still at the same place we were 2 years ago.
Hey, big up
Nothing
Jacob
has
the Raid
changed.
as well. Sorry to cut you off. Go on, carry on.
No, that's all good. Nothing has changed. Nothing has changed. And that is a problem. You want to know why? Because we brought the manager in to do what? Change it. Change. So if you're not meeting that level, if you're not even meeting that level, we can't give this dude more chances.
When's enough? When is enough, Eddie?
For some people, they're into this type of, I don't know what to call it, but they into the pain,
just pain. They're like, yeah, I'm just like, all right, cool. Just pain.
It's never enough for them.
Just pain.
It's just pain. That's all they're in it for. They're in for the pain and embarrassment. Like, I'm not here looking for an out for this manager, but I'm sure, again, we're gonna see people come on YouTube tomorrow and provide him one. There'll be somebody out here on somebody's platform talking about, no, the manager, you look at the players he has. And then we'll say, yeah, look at the players he has. Look how much he's invested to the problems. Yeah. The man gave a new contract to Luke Shaw. That was my first, okay, you know what, I'm about to get out of here, Ten Hag. Reguilon has looked better than Luke Shaw ever has, but we're going to give him the big deal. Rashford has one good season. We're going to give him the big deal. Okay.
Right.
And when they don't turn up, people are going to be like, oh, well, he's just really not that type of player. Then why did you give him a contract?
Facts. That's the crazy part. Oh, I can't play that football. What are we talking about?
You can't make this shit up, man. You really can't. And
when it's sliced.
And I'm just sick of it all. I'm really just sick of it all because again, I have I can't see an end.
Oh, we know how this ends, man.
I can't see an end of it changing. Right? These players these fans speaking the way they do about players. I just can't see an end to it.
I hear you, family. Trust me. I thoroughly hear what you're saying. Trust me. Like, and yeah, just said it here.
See, what I tell you. What Luke Shaw is one of the best left backs in the world. What am I hearing here from Z?
Is trolling. Z trolling, man. Z
troll. Okay, I hope he's trolling.
Yeah. Z troll, man. Z troll. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Z though. Eddie, they said he didn't have a say in it, but got the power to take the Hayes contract away.
Think about that. You think if Mason Mount was that guy, we would have been looking at an opportunity to sign him.
Well,
we would have brought his name up. It was only when this manager came that we started thinking about Mason Mount like that.
Facts.
If he was worth the 60, whatever that they put out there for him.
60 M's for a guy who's not scored a goal in 2023.
And you have Madison out here winning continuously Players of the Year. You have Bruno getting the captaincy. And people will sit here and talk about how Bruno is a world-class player. When the matches that call upon world-class players to show up happen, I've yet to see him appear in one. And here's the cold part. They may hate him. I'll love him to this death. Has Bruno ever had his Paul Pogba at the Etihad moment?
No, he's never had that type of moment. No, he's never stood up in a big game for us. Nah.
Willed us to a victory.
No, I remember. Yes, but never in a big game.
Never in a big game.
Never in a big game. Like mid-table teams, relegation sides, he'll do his thing.
Because that's his Fulham, level. For example.
Yeah,
that's his actual level. Mm-hmm. He is a West Ham player. Paqueta is a City player. He is a West Ham player, Bruno Fernandes, if I've ever seen one.
Yeah, you know what? Moyes will get a tune out of him still. He is a Moyes player.
Yeah, because you know what he'll do? The whole team will sit back and Bruno will launch his hoofballs on the counter.
To an Antonio or a Bowen or somebody like that.
Somebody like that.
Yeah.
But we want this dude. We want to actually play football. Please. Don't make me laugh, people. Don't make me laugh.
It's crazy. And shout out to Jay, Jay, if you think United are finishing third, you know what? Let me ask you, Eddie. If we don't beat Luton, do you think he gets sacked? That's our next game before the international break.
No, because again, we always operate a month too late.
Okay, so you don't.
I think it'll be a situation where we get embarrassed by Liverpool
one.
Again. That it happens.
17th of December. Nice Christmas present.
Yeah.
I hear you. Hey,
I'll be back in Kane, so I'll be around my people. So
there you go, man. Love that. Large of everyone that is still tapped in. We're gonna keep this show on the road as well. Don't worry, we're not going anywhere. Just how to be just yet. There's still over 150 people in here, only at 117 likes. Let's get up to 130 likes. Hit the subscribe button as well. You all be getting ManDem United. You get them all week long anyway, for those that don't know. But this is a special one. But you get them Mondays, Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays, people. You get 4 a week. And then obviously you get the crossovers as well. So don't worry about that. We're at 8,571 subscribers. 9 more people. Get us to 8,580. 9 more subscribers. There's over 155 people in here. I know there's 9 of you lot watching right now who have not hit that subscribe button. And you're clearly here enjoying the content. Hit the notification bell, people. Hit the notification bell when you do so, people. Let's run up the numbers. Of course, if you super chat, we'll get to your comment and question as well. Me and Eddie will be here for the next 10, 15 minutes or so. Big up to, is that Spooby? You says flawless. Do you even think they will have Jim Ratcliffe and a new DOF by January? Can't trust them to do anything? You answered the question here. I don't trust them to do anything. Do I think Jim Ratcliffe will be in by January? No. But I don't think we should be relying on Jim Ratcliffe to get a DOF. Because I'm not sure about the Jim Ratcliffe deal because it's just all gone really quiet. Like the Sheikh Jassim thing happened. He pulled out of the deal. Then Jim Ratcliffe offered 25%. And then now that's all gone quiet. Like, what are we talking about? I'm saying that's all gonna quiet. That's all gonna do.
Absolutely not, bro.
That's all just So here we are. That's just legit what it is. So yeah, do I trust these men to do anything? No, I don't trust them to do anything. I really, really don't. And big up Spooby, appreciated. Yo, like and sub people, flawless works harder than anyone. Much appreciated. Yeah, Warrior J, I think I did start Ten Hag's comments that you mentioned. So here it is. We'll get Eddie's thoughts on it first. This is Ten Hag. I take positives, even with 10 men. We are dictating the game. That's from Miguel Delay.
He didn't say that.
He said that, man.
He didn't say that. He didn't say that.
He said it, man. He said that shit.
Yeah, get him out, bro. What is this? You want a cookie for losing 4-3? You want a participation trophy? Man, this dude has lost it. He really has lost it.
Yep.
I can't sit here and hear any more of his bullshit at these press conferences, bro. And again, I've been telling y'all he's been on bullshit, but then it wasn't. The problem was, I think, because we were winning. I kept it not being too much of an issue. Now that we're losing, oh my God, I have zero to no patience for this manager when he talks.
It just clarifies further just how bad we are.
Yeah, it doesn't help at all.
Yeah, really does.
It's one of these situations where, it's in the movies where you got like they just got through some crazy shit, and then somebody goes like, "Hey, it could be worse." That's what he's doing.
It could be worse.
It could be worse. And next thing you know, the whole fucking building crumbles above you, and everybody dies. End of the movie.
Everybody dead.
Yeah, it's wild, bro. It's wild. Oh my gosh.
Good. Yeah, it's cool that you gonna get off your chest from.
We are at the bottom of a group that includes a Turkish team. And what I don't even know where is Copenhagen?
Denmark.
And
Danish team from.
This is some funny shit, man.
Danish team.
Funny shit.
This
is some funny shit. I have no words for any of this anymore.
Danish team. Eddie's eyes wits end. Yeah, Danish team from.
Because usually I'll say, you know what? Owen Hargraves. Again, go worry about your Dutch brother somewhere else, dog. For real. I can't deal with that shit.
Oh yeah, but we'll get to that. In regards to this, like him taking the positives, like Eddie said, it could be worse. How do you take positives from losing to Copenhagen in a game where they did everything in their power to give you a result? They did everything in their power to give you a result.
They went down 2-0.
Literally, did everything in their power. Everything in their power to give you a result. Everything. And we just couldn't. Yeah. Hey. Manchester United for you. So in regards to this is why I don't pay attention to him in press conferences anyway. I don't want to hear anything he's talking about. I don't want to hear anything he's talking about. I don't want to hear about anything he's saying. Because it just clarifies further how cooked he is. What's that saying? Where it's like, it's better to keep your mouth shut and make people think you might be stupid rather than open your mouth and start talking and let them know they are right. That's where it is with Ten Hag. In regards to him and his job.
Yeah.
Like, it's a wrap. The show's over. It really, really is. And in regards to Hargreaves saying, if Manchester United continuing to sack the manager is not the solution here. No, it's not. It's not the whole solution. Sacking Ten Hag is part of the solution. But there still needs to be much more. It can't be just sack him. You sack him, you get rid of all the coaches, you get rid of everybody there apart from the kitmen, then you go upstairs and you sack everybody else. You sack everybody else, including the owners. You do a complete reset. you do a complete reset. That's what we need to do. Complete reset. Then you go from there. That's it. If we get beat by Luton at home, I think they can sack him. Are the curtains on the wall? Word to Saeed. Yes. Curtains are well and truly on the wall. Curtains are well and truly on the wall. Because I don't think if we lose to Luton, which could happen, don't get mistaken, it could happen. Because they'll be up for it, especially after their Liverpool result. I think he gets sacked during the international break. Because you know during that international break, it's going to be crazy. It's going to be crazy. Crazy. But yeah, Hargreaves, that's not like I said, there's more to the solution, but no one can back this manager. If you're backing this manager right now, I would love to know what you see, because I don't see it whatsoever.
How much more embarrassment do you need to have?
Yeah. That's it.
Like how many other ways do you have to be embarrassed? We just got through losing 3-0 to two of the top flight clubs in our league this season when it regards to Newcastle and City.
Mm-hmm.
A 3-0 by a Newcastle squad that was filled with subs and not their actual starting 11. So I'm trying to figure out what more do you need to see? What more is there for you to take into context for you to make your decision?
Facts. Shout out to Z, still out here trolling. Love to see it, Z, man. Still glad you got your sense of humor, my guy. Flawless, I think we should sack the manager even if we draw to Luton. I hear you. You should be sacked now. You should be sacked now. But again, idiots. That's what it is. Who's my brother that's back in Ten Hag? Joseph. Who's back in Ten Hag? Now, Tox is probably still backing him, to be honest. But that's Tox for you, though. That's my bro, but he gonna sink on the ship. He gonna sink on the ship. He was late turning on Ollie. He gonna sink on the ship. That's just his character. He's always a half glass. He's a half glass full person. So he's always gonna do that. He always tries to see. He legit has a heart of gold. He always tries to see the good in people. Whereas I'm just like, no, fuck him. These people are full of shit. Like that's just toxic. That's just what he's like. Like he's genuinely a nice person. Where I'm not the case. But I presume I'm not seeing his tweets. So Joseph and Leslie, I've not seen his tweets. So yeah. But it wouldn't surprise me. That's just toxic, you know. Like we have those type of debate outside of football. We have those debates. That's just his personality.
Either way,
why you so hard on people? Why you so harsh on people? I'm like, yo, fuck people. They know exactly what they do. Like outside of football. But go on, carry on.
Either way, it turns out, if we win versus Galatasaray, right? And one of those two teams gets a result in their matchup, we still go into Europa League. Like, it's either Europa League or if we win versus Galatasaray, it's either Europa League or we make it out the group as the second place team. But I'm going to be honest. We deserve nothing. We have not shown at any point this Champions League campaign the ability to play high pressurized football.
Facts.
In City, they cowered like pups.
Yep. Coward. That's what we've done. That's the correct coward. That's it. Coward.
It has not changed. So it's not going to change, or else it would have. Think about being so weak mentally that your focus leaves you after one pressing issue arises.
Facts.
And it's away at Luton?
No, it's at home.
At home.
Which makes it worse.
Maybe
we could lose that game.
80th minute, maybe.
We could do it. Sure, we could win that game. We could win it. We could also lose it.
But how are we going to win it? In embarrassing fashion.
Oh, yeah. It's going to be ugly. Yeah, it's going to be ugly. 100%.
In embarrassing fashion.
It's gonna be ugly.
I have no doubt about that. We will look embarrassing when we play against them. And so the question remains: what more am I going? That's going to be my heading every time. What more you need to see? This squad isn't good, but you know what? Who emboldens these guys?
Who put the squad together?
The manager.
I'm sorry if you spend 300 and Z out here trolling, love to see it. Like I say, he still got a sense of humor. But if you spend 300 plus million on the squad and the squad's not good, I'm looking at the manager. The squad's not good because of what the manager has bought. That is therein lies the problem. Even though I like the vast majority of his signings, the problem is the ones that ain't worked. The problem is on top of the squad not being good enough, he's also not utilizing it to the best of its ability. Because we watched him with a squad that wasn't good last season. Utilize it. Get the most out of what you have. You're a manager, manage. You're not always going to have the best of everything. Same way if you're a chef and you don't have the best ingredients. Guess what? You put together the best meal possible. You've worked that out. But hey, like I said, Z out here trolling, but we move. Because we watched him do it last season. And people talking about Harry Kane. Signing Harry Kane is not the answer. People think we're one player away in that side, then I don't know what to tell you. Would Harry Kane be a plus? Yes, because he's Harry Kane and he's one of the best strikers in Europe. However, on the flip side, we are not one player away from being a much better side. Don't people see what our issues are? You know what I'm saying? Like, what are we talking about? What we doing here? This is not FIFA, people. Our football manager where you think one player can just turn it around. Where, if United got Harry Kane, we'd be okay. So Harry Kane with Rashford, Bruno, and Anthony is the good, because that's what the front four would be. Does that sound like a good front four to you? Does it sound like a good? That sounds awful. Is it about, yes, Z, you are trolling. You are trolling. You asking me this question, do you think this squad is good, is trolling? Because you know my answer to that. That's why I'm not even taking you serious no more. You just trolling.
You think Harry Kane helps this?
Exactly. That's my point. At
his advanced age?
That's my point. As even though, would he be an improvement, people? Yes. But does he make Anthony a better player? No. Does he make Bruno a better player? No. Remember the conversation. Get Bruno a striker. That was we got him one. Because Højlund scored goals. I believe he's the highest goal scorer in the champs. I believe so.
It too. Yeah. What if we did get him a striker? What about Bruno's play in this season has given you the confidence that he'd have the ability to find him?
Yeah. What makes you think that as much as Kane improves us, do you think Bruno helps Kane? Is that what we're saying, people? Is this what we're saying? That Anthony and Bruno help Harry Kane?
Crazy, man. That's just a lot of hoping and praying and not coming to grips with reality. At least here, you know what? I whenever they give me even opportunity to go on other platforms, I will tell you how shit these players actually are. Yeah, and I'll have no problems doing it. But some of y'all, and I don't think there's a lot of them in the chat having this issue, do. It's like y'all really think these Avengers gonna come save y'all. Like it's crazy.
It's nuts. Like DJ says, Kane, a 30-odd league goal season is struggling Spurs, a captain who leads the team. You lack where is it? You lack, where we go? You lack goals. Like I said, if you think one player is gonna help Manchester United, I don't know what to tell you.
How many strikers do you need to see us bring through the ranks and still not get any service?
People really think Harry Kane is going to make Bruno and Anthony better players? Like, as good as Kane is, he still needs help. Still needs help.
Kane would not be cooking at Spurs for the simple fact that the amount of running that Spurs do, he's not really built for.
Yeah. So Kane couldn't. So Kane couldn't help. Kane couldn't help a struggling Spurs side, according to some. So why is he going to come to United and help a struggling Manchester United side? If both sides are struggling, if he struggled with Spurs, why would he not come here and struggle with us? And this ties back into
better
people
talent. They
overrating the
have
players.
better talent on the wings. They have better talent creatively.
Oh yeah, Son and Kulusevski play for us. Facts. Son and Kulusevski play for us. Oh yeah, he's defo. But yeah, we all know that. I said that. Kane's an improvement on what we have. But he's not the answer. So what are we talking about? We need more than one player. Because I've seen him multiple times in the chat journals. Oh, we should have got Harry Kane. No, I don't change nothing. Doesn't change anything. Oh, we should have signed Kim Min-jae. 1, 2 players don't change anything. Look at how the manager is managing. Look at how the players are performing. Because the manager's performing nowhere near to the level he can. And the same with the players as well.
So the players make the manager? Is that what we're saying now? The players make the manager? Because again, if you don't want to give, anybody blame, anybody who's our manager blame, then it's all on the players. It's all on the players.
And to Z, you said I'm trying to spread my point, and man said I'm trolling because you don't agree. Is that what a fan channel's about? Well, yeah, I think you're trolling, Z. Why can't I think you're trolling? That's not a shot. I just think you're trolling. Why man it is? Like same way someone says to me, oh, I think you're trolling. I'll be like, all right. I think you're trolling. Because you've asked me a couple questions I know the answer to. I mean, I know you know the answer to. So I can only think you're trolling. Like when you ask me, do you think the squad's good? You know my opinion on that. So I can't think anything else.
So Z, is Luke Shaw top 3 center back in the world?
He admitted that. He admitted that he was trolling there. He's like, flawless.
Okay.
Yeah. He says, give the manager better players and he might perform better. How about that? He picked these players. He picked these players. This is his team.
I get that. I got that last year. I got that last year. Yeah. I understand exactly what you're saying, Z, last year. But then when he goes and he gets Mason Mount,
yes,
Anthony, Amrabat, the goalkeeper, and puts them in a system that does not raise their level, what more needs to be said? Yeah. Why do I need to continue to have these certain conversations?
That's why I think man are trolling, because man will say, oh, give him better players. These are his players. They're players he signed, players he gave contracts to, or players he put his arm around.
Simple and extensions. That's the other thing. Extensions.
That's why I think you're trolling. You know what I'm saying? What else can I say? I think you're trolling. Why do people get mad at that? People say that to me all the time. I'll get mad. I'm like, first, you don't see that happen to me. Z, you're clearly trolling. Give the manager better players. That's his team. He spent 300 million. Yeah, he literally stopped the hair getting a new contract, but people like Z gonna troll. I respect it, man. You know what I'm saying? I respect the troll. Because he's been consistent.
All these players that he's brought in have some history with him.
And to Spoobie, says, do we know we picked them? So if we're talking new signings, Spoobie, let's say, for argument's sake, he's not picking the players. You should leave then. Because you are being handicapped. Because you are being given players you do not want. If that's the case. Let's say he didn't want Mason Mount. Let's say he didn't want Amrabat. Let's say he didn't want Onana. Who else did we sign? Let's say he didn't want Højlund. Let's say he didn't want those 4 players. Or any combination. 1 of those 4, 2 of those 4, 3 of those 4, or all of them. You are then being set up by the people, whoever's making those decisions, they are setting you up. They do not have your best interest at heart. All the players you list are not good, bro. Are you talking about the players that he signed? Well, he signed them.
What you're telling me is this.
Z trolling.
I'm not going to go to that. I'm going to go to S. Madison.
Yeah. Go to S. Madison. Z out here trolling.
I don't think Rashford was his decision, though. I don't think the Rashford contract was his decision. What am I supposed to do with that then? I have a manager who's a yes man and who's just happy to be here.
No.
Give me a manager with Mourinho's mentality and not his football, and I can live with that. Because Mourinho was calling it out day in and day out. I asked for these players, they didn't bring them to me. I asked for this guy, they said, they gave me him.
Yeah.
People, like let's just call it how it is. If that's the case, he's what I call a make-a-wish kid. He's there for a good time.
And that's it. And the thing is, let's say Rashford's decision extension wasn't his, leave then. Because you're gonna fail. Because you got a player you don't want there. And the player's gonna know that.
Things
he wanted Rashford. He wanted Rashford. He was happy with the signing. You know how we know he's happy with the signing? Because Rashford, not the signing of the extension is because Rashford's been poor all season long, and he came out and said verbatim, I am going to play, not verbatim, I'm paraphrasing, I am going to play him regardless. I'm going to play him through bad form, is what he said. That tells you all you need to know. Because he can drop who you don't want to play. We all know he's not a fan of Sancho. And how he's treated Sancho tells you all you need to know. We all know he's not a fan of Mason Mount. You know how we know he's not a fan of Mason Mount? Because Mason Mount don't be playing.
Do people understand how much money Ronaldo made us when he was here?
Facts. He got rid of Cristiano Ronaldo too.
Do you think the owners really wanted Ronaldo out of here? I don't think y'all know who the Glazers are. The Glazers are in the entertainment business. What I mean by that is they don't look at sport as sport, meaning I want to build something so it dominates and it wins me things. They look at sport like it's an attraction. It is something that will bring people in to enjoy and pay tickets for. High price tickets. I've never been, but I can only imagine. So it's not about the sport. It's about what you get from it. That's what this is now. That's what it is to them. So when you ask, how come, the Glazers don't care? And then in the same sense you say, the Glazers only care because they want him for money. They just don't care altogether.
Yeah, facts.
Rashford was one of the top earning jerseys, not because of what the Glazers have done, because we're Manchester United. You don't think they could find another Rashford? Make another Rashford?
Of course.
All
you have to do is get someone from Carrington.
They're partners with Adidas. They're partners with Adidas. That means if they point and say, yeah, that's our guy, they will run the adverts like crazy and have no problem doing so. Come on, people. It's not that. It's really not what y'all want it to be. It is what it is.
Huh?
It's very simple. Y'all just have to realize that, you know what, I'm going to acknowledge it.
See? Yeah, of course, man. Only the best out here. Smoothie says only, damn, Eddie knows the business side. I need to take notes. Only the best out here on Sarcasm City TV, you know. I'm saying only the best out here. And in regards to, I think it was Derek who mentioned it in regards to Ten Hag, and he said, Manchester, I'm paraphrasing here, but I should have started, about Manchester United dominated the game up until the red card. Yeah, we did. And we praised the players and we praised the managers up until that point. But a game is 90 minutes long, 90 plus minutes long, not 40 minutes. What then transpired towards the end of the first half and the entire second half has to be criticized. And we lost the game. What I'm saying is, hey, Z, if you expect Z, I just think you're trolling. I'm saying it's cool. Like, I don't know why you're so upset about it, man. I just think you're trolling. Why is it so crazy? Why is it crazy? I think it's implied that I think you're trolling. I don't agree with your opinion. The two go hand in hand. Sorry to clarify that. Yeah, so just to clarify to everyone, if I ever tell you you're trolling, I disagree with I don't agree with what you're saying. Just to clarify. So yeah. Yeah.
What is Z like? What have he said that like we can't take his trolling?
Because I think it's all it all looks like trolling.
Let me look back.
I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. Why man are mad at me in it? I don't know why man are upset. I didn't say that. I didn't call him no names. It was no person. I just think he's
That's what I'm
trolling.
saying. We didn't ban you. You can still type what you want to type.
Yeah, now you can still type, but I can just
All
think
the
you're
players
trolling.
you list are not good, bro. I thought you were trolling from you saying that Luke Shaw was a top 3 center back in the world.
I think Z, the reason why I think you're trolling is the reason why I think you're trolling is because I do indeed disagree with you, and I think you're being what's the word I'm looking for? I don't think you're being serious. That's why. Like when you turn around and say Ten Hag would do better with better players, yet he spent 300 plus million on the team. That's just being disingenuous at this point. So
nobody thought the squad was good, Z. This squad needs another 400 million splashed on it. Not by this manager.
Not by this man. And you asking me, do I think the squad is good? That's you trolling as well.
We sack a manager and the players are still here. We're going to still be the same. The players are the issue. Of course, the players are the issue, but so is the manager.
It's cool. And Z, I expect better from you. So here we are. We're in the same boat. Yes, we
still keep the fade game next game week in the Champions League. We play Galatasaray, the same Galatasaray that ran circles around us in Old Trafford. But I hear you.
See that confidence in the Galatasaray game. I don't know why.
That's so weird. Oh yeah, Z, I'm gonna give you your moment, my guy. Let me go through. It's true. We were dictating hype. Okay, we've dictated the game for 15 minutes. Our only hope is buying rest players for the last game. Hope for a result in Turkey. But will we? No. So you've been all over the place, Z. You've literally been all over the place. That's why Flawless is justified in saying that you're trolling, because you're not consistent with it.
Yeah, it just sounds like you're trolling.
Flawless caught me. So what's the problem?
I don't get why, man. I just think he's trolling at that. And he asked me a question he knows the answer to. That's trolling as well. Only trolls do that. You know what I'm saying? Why would anyone who's watched me for any significant amount of time don't have to ask me if I think the squad is good? But this is funny, man. This is a great segment, man.
Ruben Neves and Tonali less than 50 million. Hey, it writes itself. It writes itself, right? Yeah. Again, I'm of the mindset that this manager has a terrible talent ID, and he has quite possibly some of the worst tactics I've seen in a very long time. Very long time.
It is Eddie out here dissecting the whole thing, yo.
Yeah, I'm gonna give you your I'm gonna give you your moment. I'm gonna give you your moment.
Z, who's asking, this is where you're trolling is again, because you've been here long enough. Everyone knows Eddie's thoughts on the. Don't try that. Everyone knows Eddie's thoughts on this squad.
Let me tell you something right now.
Thank you, Z.
Let me clear it up for this brother. There is not a person wearing a United jersey who is safe, in my opinion.
Yo, Eddie, you're more harsh than me on the squad.
Exactly.
You give him less than you.
I said get rid of Martinez. I said get rid of Martinez.
Eddie went the whole way, yo. See, this is why I think you trolling, Z. This is why I think you trolling. I was saying about the cheat to ask me why when he said you don't know if I'm talking to Eddie, like we don't know Eddie's thoughts. Anyone who's watched the channel for long enough knows Eddie's thoughts. He's probably the harshest on the team. He's harsher than me. Him and Murtaza probably tie for that spot in regards to who's harsher on the actual team.
Garnacho? Let me tell you where I'm sending Garnacho. I'm sending Garnacho to an Argentinian jail cell. I don't know where.
Here we go. But the point I'm making, Z, is you've been here often enough to know Eddie's thoughts. You're not new here. And this is, again, you're trolling with this, but it's cool, man. It's good, man. I needed a laugh today. This is the hardest I've laughed all day in it. So thank you, Z, man. Appreciate it, man. Hey, you got to have the trolls, people, man. And Z a good one, man. ZG is a good one, man.
That's what I'm saying.
Z Gold, real
I know you. I know you've been in this chat.
Yeah, he's heard us talk. He knows your thoughts.
That's what's fucking me up.
And the man said, yo, why do you think I'm a troll? Maybe I wasn't talking to you. I was talking to Eddie, like, you know, because he's had conversations with you about this. Hey, big up you though, Z, man. Real one, man. Real one. Oh, it's great. Hey, you lot continue to bump up the likes. We're at 133 likes. Big up, big up. But yeah, back to it was I think it was Derek who said it. Yeah. we was on point for the first 42 minutes of the game, but then it all went to shit because
We
as
had
soon
a
as we
little
have,
bit of adversity, and that was it.
Yeah, we had a little bit of it, and we fold like we have done all season. And it's just sad to see because that's not skill, that's will, that's just heart. I'm saying, SPB said, Z, how do you know Flawless is talking to you? Maybe it's another Z. That's funny. I wish there was another Z in the chat.
I hear it. I hear
Hey,
it.
you lot, man. You got to know how to deal with trolls, man. And Z, a respectful one. So, you know, that's what I'm saying. He a respectful troll. So I do, man. Big up to you, Z, man. You're a real one, man. Don't go anywhere, man. You have been sorely missed. I hope you are good, man. Oh, Jesus.
Oh, yeah. I heard about that.
Oh, yeah, about his brother in regards to, I don't know all the information.
That's crazy. Hey, man, you see what happens when you talk shit about a Fed? The other ones come running.
Why? Who spoke shit about Fed? What happened?
When Rashford talked about that channel.
Ah, you reckon this guy, you're a joke, man. You know, this guy.
Hey, man, the Feds be watching. Feds be watching.
Do I think Amrabat loan becomes permanent? It depends if the next guy wants him. Because I don't think this manager will be in charge to make that decision. So it depends on the next manager, how he wants to play.
I've seen enough.
That's what it is. Are you going? Talk about Amrabat. You done?
Yeah, again, it's like when they all come arrest, if they found a burner in the car, everybody going down. Everybody that's managing pick going down with him. Get them up out of here. I haven't seen anything from a DM standpoint that makes me think that, okay, you know what? You're the type of guy who we can lean on in certain moments. When a guy like Casemiro was out of here, for some reason, the manager still wants to pick McTominay. Again, Amrabat doesn't stay. It's the writing's on the wall because how many signings do you know have the scouting department say, "Oh yeah, we didn't want him"? Think about like the scouting department came out and said that, man. It's crazy right now for us in a real way. This guy has brought down the standards of our club to such a level where I'm not even sure that players like Amrabat would have really been in our squad, even under Ollie. I can't see it.
He's been bad. He's been bad. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, Madison, tell him again. You know what I'm saying? He says, Z said, I feel disrespected trolling because I'm stating opinions. Look at what the world has come to. You know how you know you're trolling? Because that's something I would say if I'm trolling. That's why. Hey, Z, you brilliant, man. Sheik, I'm going to decide probably during international break. Probably be international break in regards to the members Q&A. That being said, to all members of the channel as well, if you want to be in the members group chat on Instagram, let me know. Link for the membership is in the pinned comment. And here's another thing as well. There's over 150 of you lot watching. So we are on the Sarcasm City TV kick. We are now eligible for monetization. So what I'm going to do over there, people, is once I figure out how the subscription works over there, I'm going to do a tier, probably be $4.99. The price, it'll be price dependent, but it's not going to be too expensive like that. $4.99, and if you follow the kick, download the app, follow the kick, and sign up to that subscription, that makes you eligible for all football watch-alongs and all basketball watch-alongs on the channel. So not only watch-alongs on the kick, also watch-alongs on the YouTube as well, people. So that's what it will be once I figure it out on the kick. So you'll be eligible, like I said, once you sign up, once you download the Kick app, follow us over on the Sarcasm City TV Kick, you'll be eligible. No matter who you support, you'll be eligible, people, for, like I said, all man, you got to be on camera, though. Got to have your camera on. I have to name that. Have to have your camera on, facing forward. But other than that, all Manchester United watch-alongs here on the YouTube and all other watch-alongs on the Kick as well, people. I'm going to pattern that for you. Look. But make sure you download the Kick app anyway and sign up for free. We did recently, like I said, go over 75 followers on there. And go subscribe to the Sarcasm City TV gaming YouTube channel as well. Make sure you do so. When's the next NBA watch along? Friday night, because someone did ask about that. I'm doing a double header on Friday night. 1 second. Actually, I might not even be able to do it. Is it Saturday night? I might be out. Jeez, I might not even be about Friday. Bear with me, people. Was it Friday or Saturday? Fuck. So much going on. I was going to do Friday night, people. Keep a lookout. If it's not Friday, because I was planning on doing Mavs, Clippers, Suns, Lakers, but I may be out. After that, I'm just looking here. Sunday. Monday, nothing. Easy in season tournament games are not hitting. May do Tuesday. Pelicans Mavericks next week Tuesday. Cause I've not watched the Pelicans or the Mavericks, so I'll probably do that next week Tuesday. I like the Pelicans and I want to see what the Mavs are doing. Yeah. Z says, I don't know how to talk to Flawless. Man's always moving to me. Pause. Hey, stop trolling, man. If you stop trolling, then we won't have no issues. But you're needed, like someone said. You keep the chat rolling, and you've made me laugh. Because I ain't laughed or live streaming all day. So salute to you, Z.
You know what you should do? Put a disclaimer at every time you type something up. Not trolling. Then we'll maybe give it some credit. But that's the only saving grace.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Or maybe just stop trolling just in general, and then we'll be it is. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, cool, Z, innit? You'd expose me like, all right, cool. You know what I'm saying? Start your own channel. I will be that. Hey, big up Ram in the chat. Good to see the Ram stand as well.
Now I feel bad for saying we're all Luton Town when Ram was on because of what we just did.
Yeah, facts.
I can't even have any more fun with this footballing stuff, bro.
Facts. Yeah, 100%. So I think the club missed out on selling McTominay and reinvesting this summer. Yeah, but hey, that's just Manchester United for you. But yeah, the fan calling show. Hey, Z, feel free to. We need trolls on there, man. Feel free to call in, man. Shout out to the last troll who was on there. He got banned, but shout out to him. But yeah, man, feel free to call in. Hey, big up Jago, man. Good to see you in the chat. Anyway, Eddie, anything you want to add before we close out?
Yeah, a couple things. Couple things. Have I given up on Amrabat? Yeah, I've given up on all these players, bro. There's not a single player who I look at, and I'm like, of course, not a single player I look like. They don't look as good as me, too. But there's not a single player who I look at and find any kind of confidence in. Period. Not one. Yes. And honestly, I think I'm justified at this point. I really think I'm justified. Like, they all are horrendous players right now. Like, all of them. Mm-hmm. And I think, there's not much more I can say. There's really not much more I can say on that. Yeah, all of them got to go. So
everybody got to go. Yeah, it was horrific. It is horrific. Hey, big up to Surfaces Flawless. Shall we pencil in a huge GTA session for Saturday, just in case it's not a good result against Luton? Nah, I hear you, man. Trust me. May have to do that. Hey, big up to Spooby, who says great show. Big up. Hey, big up for the super chat, man. Much appreciated. Hey, Z. Big up to Spooby for the super chat. Z, hope to see you back, my guy, man. Hope to see you back soon at some point for your trolling ways. It's beautiful, man. Like I say, man, I love the respectful trolls because you're a good one as well. You are an excellent troll. Like Z is like he's up.
Shout out to Z, man.
Like he's got me a couple times where he said something and I've gone to respond and I'm like, nah, Z, you trolling. And I got it today. I seen what he was saying. I was like, Z just out here trolling. I don't respect it, man. Hey, your jokes of Z. I would do the same thing at times, depending on who it is. But we appreciate your view. I know you hit the like button. I know you subscribe because you're in the chat. So Z, I hope to see you here tomorrow. If not tomorrow, for I got the United Arsenal show this time tomorrow. So I hope you're in the chat, Z, man. I like Z Gold, man. Hey, everyone. If you're gonna troll like Z, man. That's the new one. Hey, Warrior Jay-Z, he got me today. I've needed cheering up. So Z, thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it, man. If you're gonna troll like Z, man. Levels to this. You know what I'm saying? There's levels to this. And he's still keeping up the charade. And he said he was going, but yet he's still here. But hey, Z, man, look. You already know what it is, my guy. Troll general, man. Never seen anything like it. Trolling is epic. Epic settings. Because he's consistent with it too. But yeah, again, back to this. Spooby, appreciate the super chat. You lot, final few questions we may not have got to. I apologize. The chat was going crazy. I had a lot to get off my chest. So did Eddie as well. And man said it there, troll responsibly. Make sure you troll responsibly. Only troll if you're over the legal age, wherever you are. Troll responsibly. Hey, big up Manch, because Manch's jokes have been spot on recently, yo. Hey, Jay, good to see you in the chat. He says, peace, my G's, great show. Big up Jay every single time.
Always.
And you mentioned it, and a few others have mentioned it. It may be Liverpool who get this manager the sack. It may be. It may be.
It usually is. Once we get embarrassed by them, that's usually when it happens. Like that's usually when the clock hits 0. So
see, and look at this, man. This is brilliant, man. He said, "I have been a big supporter of your channel. This is how you're moving with me, flawless, bro. I expect that from you."
See.
Is you know what it is? It's the I expect better from you. That's the one.
Right. That's how it is. That's the extra cherry. I'm like, come on now.
And this man thinks I don't think he's trolling you. AZ, man. Real one. Yeah, man. Don't make sure you don't troll. You don't troll and drive people. Don't troll and drive, man. Make sure in it. Z don't be here because he be at work. So you got to concentrate. He can't be trolling and working at the same time. Again, I respect it. I do. Man said he's expecting better from me. That's funny. That's one of my bars. I use that. That's funny. Whew. Hey, to Prime, I might actually go get some liquor. He says Flawless going to be drinking Henny with a bleach chaser during the Luton game this weekend. I may drink during it. I'm not going to lie. I may just get that bottle of wine and I may just sip during the stream. Because the rest of the games, I might not be able to do the Wolves Spurs game early, and the rest of the games that day are no good still. So I might just run clubs. May just run clubs. Let's see what else you lot are saying though. Final few questions, people. A troll can't troll the ultimate troller, if that's a word. I hear you, Sheik, man. I've been in the game.
See, we are all, Warrior J hit me with my own fucking flow. We are all Copenhagen. Absolutely, we are. I'd rather be a Copenhagen fan than a United fan right about now. I'm not even playing with you.
They got a bad chance to get out of the group than us. And they top of their league as well.
Oh, man. No, Copenhagen. I'm talking about us. The one that just beat us.
Oh, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Copenhagen, yeah, they're top of the league in Denmark.
Oh, yeah, that's fire. That's fire.
They're top of their league.
Right, I think, and that's the cold part. I'd rather just get smacked up at Turkey, bro.
Yeah, I'm not trying to see Europa League football.
And after that happens, 10 Fraud can stay, get his hair plugs, get a whole new fucking identity. The way he's embarrassed Manchester United, bro. He needs a new look. He can't be rocking that baldy no more. He got to get something different.
You got to pattern something up.
Yep. The way it look right now, nah, fam. You do not want that look.
So right. But yeah, love to everyone that's locked in. We're back tonight, people. Well, back today, I should say. 4:30 p.m. UK time, because it's currently just gone 2 a.m. in the UK. So 4:30 p.m. UK time, ManDem United podcast. Myself, Rhino will be on. Rhino's now a co-host every week on Thursdays, people. So shout out to my guy Rhino. You lot have seen him on the what's it called? Seen him on shows before. So me and Rhino will be on every Thursday on ManDem United podcast 4:30 p.m. Then following that, midnight, I'll be back with myself and my guy TJ for the Manchester United Arsenal show. So ManDem United podcast, gonna talk from the Arsenal podcast. So talking their win against Sevilla, probably answering more questions about Manchester United as well. Hopefully Ten Hag's gone by the time we get to that. But yeah, we move. And in regards to Waseu, who says Flawless, when are you going to give up on United and do NBA, NFL streams instead? What I'd say to this is Manchester United don't stop the NBA streams. And I don't. NFL is Eddie and the rest of the ManDem. I don't follow NFL at all. I don't follow NFL in the slightest, so that's not on me in regards to the United don't slow anything down. We do all content, so make sure you get over to the Sarcasm City TV kick as well. And big up to Saeed, man. He a legend, a real one.
He did not say self-conflicted. I'm weak, bro.
Nah, he would have. The way he said the curtains on the wall, he would have said that. Shout out to Saeed. United will do that to you. Yeah. I couldn't even say we appealed for the penalty on the watch along. My head was gone. I'm saying my head was just gone.
Oh yeah, shout out to that ref was on his bullshit today though. That two things can be true. We could play like shit, and that ref was on some bullshit today, boy. Huh? That dude was crazy tripping.
It's all mad. But Eddie, anything you want to add before we close out, fam?
Nah, thanks for the therapy session. It's always appreciated. Shout out to the chat. Y'all are some real ones. Shout out to Z, my guy.
Oh, serious, man.
I think he might have been out of here.
Yeah, I think he's gone now.
Thanks for dropping through. Kingsman, Andy, Shakar, Warrior, MHD, Prime. Big up my dog Prime, man. Let me just get through the real ones real quick. Yeah, I saw that showing up. on the joint right now. But yeah, shout out to all y'all for pulling up, man.
Yeah, man. Large up everyone that's tapped in. Like I said, I already ran through the upcoming live stream schedule, so you don't know what shows are coming up. 4:30 p.m. ManDem United podcast, myself and Rhino. Then midnight, ManDem United podcast, gonna talk from the Arsenal. Myself and TJ. That's midnight UK time. Then Friday, flipping that, it'll be later than usual. Midnight, myself and Eddie will be back. ManDem United podcast as well, talking all things Manchester United. Then Saturday, we'll be back here on the YouTube for the Manchester United Luton Town game. Then following that Saturday at midnight, you will then get the Manchester United Chelsea Spurs show. So the final ManDem United crossover of the week. ManDem United pod, Ballers at the Bridge talking at Tottenham Talk. And then Sunday, you will get, let me see what games are on Sunday to remind myself. Of course, on Sunday night, you'll get the Sarcasm City Sports Q&A at midnight. You will also get, what's the Sunday game? Oh, yeah, it's Chelsea City. So you get Chelsea, Manchester City on Sunday. That'll be over on the Sarcasm City TV kick. The rest of these games over the weekend are not good. I was trying to do Wolves Spurs, but I may not be around people. But don't forget, this show and all the other shows on the channel are available on audio-only platforms, people. So Spotify, iTunes, SoundCloud, wherever you listen to podcasts, type in Sarcasm City TV and we will pop up. Z, I know you be at work, so make sure you are listening on them audio platforms, my guy. Make sure. You can even play this to your work friends because you got so many shout outs. But big up to everyone supporting. I genuinely mean that. Love to everyone who's here supporting, whether you watch live and you're in the comments, whether you watch live and you're not in the comments, whether you're watching it back, whether you listen via the audio platforms, whatever the case may be. Love to everyone who's locked in, man. Please continue to support. Like I said, like I always say, if you want to listen while you're cooking, while you're cleaning, while you're driving, while you're at work, you may just be traveling around, maybe at the gym, maybe you just don't want the YouTube app open. You can listen on audio platforms. So Spotify, Sarcasm City TV on Spotify. Follow us and 5-star us, please. iTunes, Apple Podcast, all you iPhone users, 5-star us on there. It all helps people. The way we're trying to take over these YouTube streets, we're trying to take over these audio platform streets. Same with SoundCloud as well. So if you're a user of any of those platforms, make sure, like I said, you hit us with the follow, 5-star us, whether that's Spotify and iTunes or SoundCloud as well. Oh, yeah, I forgot. Yeah, see, Warrior J, you're a real one. Nah, I'm going to do, shit, that's today. Thanks for reminding me, Warrior J. Doing the most. We're going to do it tomorrow. We're going to do doing the most. Thanks for reminding me. I'm going to add that to the schedule now. You're going to get doing the most 10:30 p.m. because we didn't do game week 11. So I already dropped it in the group chat. You're a real one for that, Warrior J. I almost forgot.
Shout out Andy too.
Yeah, big up Andy as well. Yeah. Big up to Andy. So yes, you will get doing the most. That'll also be tomorrow. So you get 3 live streams tomorrow. You're getting 3. So you'll get game week, yeah. So it'll be game week 11. That's what it is, because you didn't get it on Monday. But right, we're going to close out. We're going to raid the Lamb as well, because he's live Toronto Hoop Talk. So I'm not sure what game he's watching, but yeah, we're gonna raid him. So make sure you put Sarcasm City Raid in the chat, people. Sarcasm City Raid in capital letters. But love to everyone that's locked in. This has been the ManDem United podcast live on the Sarcasm City TV YouTube. Big up.